The Bridgerton Season 4 trailer does not promise a simple love story. It promises betrayal, hidden desires, and a romance that may destroy more than it saves. If you thought past seasons were intense, this one feels darker, riskier, and far more dangerous. Let's break down everything the trailer is secretly telling us. The Season 4 trailer opens in silence. No music. No laughter. Just the sound of footsteps echoing through a grand hallway. That choice alone tells us something is different this time. Bridgerton has always been full of color and life, but here the mood feels heavy. The camera slowly shows a grand ballroom, empty and still. It feels like the calm before a storm. Then we see our new central couple. Their eyes meet across a crowded room, but instead of joy, there is tension, the kind of tension that speaks of history. Perhaps they were once close. Perhaps something went wrong. The trailer gives us quick flashes, a gloved hand brushing against another, a sharp breath, a stolen moment behind a curtain. These are not scenes of innocent love. They feel secret, almost forbidden. Mirrors appear again and again throughout the trailer. One character stares at their reflection as if questioning who they have become. In Bridgerton, mirrors often mean hidden truths. Is someone living a double life? Is there a secret engagement? Or worse, a betrayal waiting to be exposed? The Queen is shown watching closely, her face calm but her eyes sharp. She is not just observing this season, she is planning something. A single line from her stands out. Every diamond has its flaw. That line feels like a warning. Someone admired by society may soon fall. We also see a quick shot of Lady Whistledown's papers being folded in a rush. The camera lingers on ink smudging across a name we cannot fully read. That cannot be random. It suggests danger. Is someone close to discovering the truth? Or is Whistledown about to print something that will change everything? The music then rises. Fast cuts show arguments, tears, and a shocking moment where one character pulls away from the other in public. Gasps fill the ballroom. Whatever happens, it is not small. It is big enough to shake reputations, and just before the trailer ends, we see firelight flickering across someone's face as they whisper, "If this is war, then let it begin." This is not just a love story. This is a battle of hearts and pride. And if the trailer is any clue, Episode 5 is where everything starts to fall apart. Section 2, Episode 5 Recap. The calm before the social storm. Episode 5 begins quietly, but the tension is already in the air. After the events of Episode 4, our main couple is no longer standing on steady ground. There are no soft smiles now, no playful teasing. Instead, there is distance. When they see each other in the morning promenade, they barely speak. The silence between them feels louder than any argument. The episode builds toward one major event. A grand evening ball hosted by one of the most powerful families in the ton. The ballroom is glowing with candles. Music fills the air, and everyone is dressed in their finest colors. But beneath the beauty, whispers are spreading. People are watching, judging, waiting for something to happen. When the main couple finally share a dance, it is not romantic, it is tense. Their hands touch, but neither of them relax. Their words are polite, but their eyes are full of questions. She asks if he trusts her. He avoids answering directly. That small moment tells us everything. Trust is breaking. Meanwhile, another character, someone close to them, is seen speaking quietly with the Queen. We do not hear the full conversation, but we see the Queen's expression change. Whatever was said clearly matters. This scene feels important. It hints that private secrets are slowly becoming public weapons. Midway through the episode, a letter changes everything. It is found by accident, dropped near the garden steps. The contents are not fully revealed to us, but we see enough to understand it contains proof of something shocking. A promise made in secret, a plan that could ruin reputations. When the letter reaches the wrong hands, the tension rises fast. Then comes the turning point. During a toast at the ball, a rumor is suddenly spoken out loud. The room goes silent, eyes shift toward the main couple. She looks hurt, he looks furious. This is no longer private. This is public humiliation. The episode slows in its final moments. We see tears, quiet confrontations, and a painful realization. Whatever bond they once had is now hanging by a thread, but the final 10 minutes. That is where everything truly breaks. Section 3, the ending explained. Betrayal, power, and consequences. The final moments of episode 5 are quiet, but they hit harder than any loud argument. After the rumor spreads across the ballroom, the crowd slowly parts, leaving the main couple standing alone in the center of the room. No music, no laughter, just whispers. That silence is powerful. It shows how quickly society can turn its back on someone. He reaches for her hand, but she steps away. That small movement says more than words ever could. It is not just anger, it is hurt. She feels exposed, embarrassed, and possibly betrayed. The question is, did he know the rumor would come out? Or was he also caught off guard? We then see him confront the person who first spoke the rumor. His voice is calm, but his eyes burn with anger. This is the first time we see him lose control. For someone who always appears composed, this shift matters. It tells us that his feelings are real. But real feelings do not erase damage. The camera cuts to the queen watching from above. She does not look surprised. In fact, she almost looks satisfied. This suggests that the chaos may not be random. The queen understands power better than anyone. By allowing the rumor to spread, she may be testing loyalty, strength, and love all at once. Then comes the most important scene, the private confrontation. She demands the truth. No more secrets, no more half-answers. When he finally admits that he kept something from her to protect her, the meaning becomes clear. His silence created the very disaster he wanted to avoid. In Bridgerton, secrets never stay hidden. They grow until they explode. The final shot shows her standing alone near a window, staring out into the dark night. The bright colors from earlier are gone. She is dressed in softer shades now, almost pale. This could mean innocence lost, trust broken. A new version of her is forming. Meanwhile, he stands in the empty ballroom, surrounded by fading candlelight. The fire that once felt warm now looks cold. This image feels symbolic. Love is still there, but it is damaged. This ending is not just about heartbreak, it shifts the balance of power. She is no longer waiting for him to decide their future. She may choose her own path now. And that changes everything for Season 4. Section 4. What happens next? Theories and predictions. After an ending like that, the future feels uncertain and dangerous. Episode 5 was not just a breakup moment. It felt like the start of a bigger battle. So what happens next? First, the main couple is clearly not finished. The pain between them is real, but so is the connection. In Bridgerton, love rarely disappears, it transforms. The question is whether they will fight for each other or against each other. If she chooses independence, he may finally realize he cannot control the story anymore. He will have to prove himself, not with words, but with action. Second, the queen's role cannot be ignored. She watched everything unfold without stepping in. That means she wanted this tension. Perhaps she is testing who is strong enough to survive scandal. Or maybe she is setting up an even bigger surprise, an engagement announcement that no one expects. And what about Lady Whistledown? If rumors are spreading this fast, someone is feeding information. Is Whistledown being used, or is she the one pulling the strings again? A single article could either destroy reputations or clear names. There is also the danger of a public challenge. In this world, pride can lead to rash decisions. A duel, a broken engagement, or a shocking alliance could shift everything. One thing is certain: Season 4 is no longer just about romance. It is about power, choice, and who controls the truth. And if Episode 5 proved anything, it is that love in the ton always comes at a cost.